Cold email can shut down your entire business, and most people have no idea. I've seen it happen myself. A company ignored a few small things and Google shut down their entire system. 30 employees locked out overnight. Everything gone. Most people think cold email is simple. You write a message, you hit send, and you get replies. But that's not actually what's happening. Let's talk about the reality of cold email. Cold email is a minefield, and if you take the wrong step, you don't just fail, you get punished. Let's start with the part that no one talks about. Mass emailing people who never opted in, that's legally risky. Not maybe risky, actually risky. But people ignore it because they see other marketers doing it. So they move forward anyway. They grab a list, they write one email, they blast it out. But one huge mistake is that they use their main domain. That's the email that's tied to their entire business, to their website, which means if that gets flagged, everything gets flagged. Your inbox, your team, your operations, gone. And it gets worse. Most people don't even know this, but new domains are often treated like criminals. For the first 4 to 8 weeks, email providers don't trust you as a new domain at all. So if you think registering a new domain to protect your main domain is a simple solution, and you immediately start sending emails, then you're wrong. You look like a spammer even if you're not. Email providers can literally see how new your domain is, and they're programmed to treat it accordingly, which means you get flagged faster, you get blocked faster, and now your campaign is dead before it even started. So naturally, people skip all of this. They don't want to warm up the domain. They don't test anything. They just send 500 emails on day one without prep, without setup, and no clue what they're doing. And then they wonder why nobody replies. But it's not just no replies, it's worse because now spam complaints go up, bounce rates go up, and email providers do notice this. That's the moment that everything breaks and how you get blacklisted, which is not fun. When you're blacklisted, you don't get a warning. You don't get a second chance. It comes with zero notice. You just stop landing in inboxes. Here's a story about that. I once worked with a company, good team, but their CMO ignored all of these things. And I told him, don't rush this. Don't skip the setup. You're increasing your risk factor here. And he told me to quiet down, said it would be fine. And he assured the rest of the company leadership the same thing, but it wasn't. Only 17 days into their campaign and Google shut down their entire workspace. 30 employees couldn't log in. They had no email, no files, no communication. Everything just stopped. And a whole company was left scrambling, all from the careless, cold email campaign. And the part that really messes with people is that this isn't a rare event. It doesn't happen to everyone, but it happens way more than people think. Because people treat cold email like it's something you can do tomorrow, and it's not. It's not. From the moment you decide to do cold email, you're looking at 6 to 8 weeks just to prepare. Domain setup, authentication, all some techie stuff, warming up the inbox, testing, all before you send a single email. And even after that, you're still not safe. Because now we haven't even talked about the cold email itself. This is the next part where most people mess up again. They think cold email is about selling. So they write long messages, they add links, they explain everything. They try to close the deal in the first email, and it kills everything. Because the goal of cold email is not to sell. It's to start a conversation. That's it. So if your email feels like a pitch, it will get ignored, or worse, marked as spam, and now you're back in danger again. Get enough spam clicks, and your entire setup gets flagged. So what actually works? Standing out. Think about it. We all get unwanted emails from strangers that we don't really care about. You do, I do, everyone. So if your message sounds like everyone else, it disappears. That's why I use humor. Not because it's cute, but because it disarms people. It makes them feel engaged, and it makes them pause and read. And most importantly, it keeps them from hitting the spam button. And that one decision matters more than anything else. Now, let's talk about expectations. Even if you do everything right, you're not getting a flood of replies. You're getting maybe a 2% response rate. That's it. Which means 98% of people ignore you. So if you don't have enough volume, you start to lose before you start. If you push volume too fast, you get flagged. So you're stuck in the middle. And that's why cold email feels so frustrating, because it's more than writing. It's not just sending emails. It's not just strategy. It's everything working together or everything breaking. So yes, cold email works, but if you treat it like it's simple, if you rush it, it won't just fail quietly. It will destroy your organization and your reputation. Some cases, your entire business. So if you're going to do it right or don't do it at all.